Mr. Daniel, can you hear me? Mr. Daniel, can you hear me? Good evening. How are you doing today?
Very fine.
All right, good. Okay, good. How is trading? How's it been?
Yeah, it's going. Been good.
Mr. Isaiah, good evening. It's really been challenging. USD pairs has really been challenging. Not the direction yet on USD pairs. But like I shared with you guys yesterday, my bias on DXY is still bullish, and as you can see, dollar index has been bullish. Also, yen basket, I told you guys it will be bearish, though I expected price to do a little retracement after the strong bearish move yesterday. I was hoping price would pull back to this zone for a better entry, but it didn't. You can see a strong bearish move on the yen basket, and that is why JPY pairs have been bullish since the market opened. It's been bullish. I welcome you all to tonight's session, Mr. Isaiah. I can see you. Mr. Daniel. Can you still hear me, Mr. Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
good.
you are very audible.
Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, also let me know in the comment section. Mr. Joseph, good evening. Mr. Joseph, how are you doing? How is trading? How is it going? Okay, so let's start by looking at the fundamentals. Let's say I think tomorrow we're expecting a major news tomorrow. Today there was no major news. Tomorrow, FOMC meeting holds tomorrow by 7 p.m. Nigerian time. New Zealand will be releasing its official cash rate by 2 a.m. By 2 a.m. And the rate statement is by 2 a.m. same time. Okay, so we should expect high volatility on New Zealand pairs by 2 a.m. Nigerian time. And Bank of Japan governor will be speaking tomorrow. Time is not given. Okay, so those are the major news we're expecting tomorrow that will be released tomorrow. Okay, FOMC meetings. You're advised not to trade when FOMC meetings. Okay, you're advised not to trade, and if you're going to trade, you have to be very conservative. FOMC meeting minutes. It's a very high impact news. So if you are not a fundamental trader, please just avoid trading USD pairs. Just avoid trading USD pairs. Okay. Max, good evening. Okay, Max, good evening. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let's go straight to the chart. So we'll start by looking at yen basket. Like I shared with you guys, yen is bearish and it is still bearish. I thought it was going to reverse, but it didn't. So like I shared with you guys several weeks ago, that yen is likely coming to fill these imbalances. And I think that's what is playing out in the market now. It's likely. Yen didn't give me the opportunity to sell it. I was hoping it was going to reverse, pull back to this support store resistance, but it didn't play out. Okay, so it is still very bearish. It is still very bearish. Any buys will be pullbacks. Any buy on yen will be pullbacks. It will be retracement. Okay, it will be a retracement. So if you're going to buy yen, you just have to be very cautious. You have to be very cautious. Okay, understand that you'll be trading the pullback and not following the trend. That will be a pullback trade. And when you're trading pullbacks, you ensure that your risk reward is not too high. Your risk reward shouldn't be too high if you're trading pullbacks. Okay, so that's it on yen basket. Let's look at dollar index. Okay, so So weekly time frame. So far this week, yen has been it's been bullish since the market opened. Since the market opened, the yen dollar index has been bullish, as you can see, and it's most likely is going to sweep all this liquidity residing at these previous highs. It's likely going to sweep this liquidity residing at these previous highs. Let's go down to daily. Okay, so most likely it's coming to fill. This could be the first target for dollar index. This fair value gap could be the next target for dollar index. Okay, so it's still strongly bullish. I don't see dollar index selling. I don't see it selling. It's still very bullish. I missed this move. I missed this move. Okay. After the close of yesterday candle looks like a shooting star. Tested resistance, and there was a strong rejection from that level, right? Tested this resistance, a strong rejection, and now the market has broken out from that resistance. That indicates that there is more demand than supply. So you can see yesterday, this was the resistance for yesterday market. This was the resistance for yesterday market, and now the market has broken out from that resistance. You can see that. So we had this zone as our resistance, or you call it your supply zone. You can see. And now the market is trading. You can see the market is trading above that. So that tells you that there are more buyers than sellers. So this is a buy setup. This is a buy setup. So this is a buy setup. I don't see the possibility of it pulling back. This is where I would love to buy dollar. I can't buy from the current market price. I would love to see it pull back to this zone. That was my expectation today. That was my expectation today. I was expecting that price would pull back to this zone so that I can buy from this zone, but it didn't play out as expected. It didn't play out as expected. Okay, it didn't play out as expected. So it's still bullish right now. It's still bullish right now. You all are welcome. You're welcome. If you're yet to give the video a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up so that others can get to see this video. And if it's your first time joining the live stream, I appreciate you for joining. Please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. Okay. Any question, if there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, and there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. So let's look at currency pairs. Let's start with GBP USD. I'm not happy that I missed this move on GBP USD, though I knew GBP USD was going to sell today. I knew it was going to sell, but I didn't take the trade. You can see the analysis we did yesterday. I told you guys if price broke out from yesterday, yeah, it was the analysis yesterday. I said if price broke out from this was yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday candle. The price broke from this resistance or support, this zone. Okay. My plan was to sell, but this didn't play out in New York session. You can see the time. It was early hours of the day. This was in Asian session. So after price broke out from this support area, and I know I missed this move. I think when I logged in, the market was trading around this area. So I thought price would pull back to come fill this fair value gap for me to sell. The price didn't pull back. That was my expectation today, that price pulled back to this zone, okay, for me to sell, but it didn't play out like that. So that's why I missed this move on GBP USD. Though I knew the buyers, price didn't pull back to my area of interest. It didn't pull back to my area of interest, so I missed that move. So as you can see here now, GBP USD is you can see it's bearish. It is bearish, but I would love to see price pull back to this zone. If price doesn't pull back to this zone, I would not sell GBP USD. Okay, I will not sell GBP USD. I want to see price pull back to this zone before going bearish on GBP USD. That's my plan for tomorrow's markets. Okay, I would love to see price pull back. There's a high probability. There's a high probability GU is coming for this relative equal low. There's a high probability it's coming for this relative equal low. That will be the next target for GU. But I want to see it pull back to this zone for me to sell it. Okay. Euro USD. Okay, gold. Gold. Okay, we'll look at gold in a few minutes. We'll look at gold in a few minutes. Let's see Euro USD. Euro USD. Same pattern. Euro USD has been bearish. So let's start with the daily time frame. So you can see on the daily time frame, Euro USD has been bearish. It's been bearish. Yesterday closed as looks like a shooting star, and most retail traders would have executed buy because of this pattern. Most retail traders would have executed buy last night, and what they did today was to go sweep their liquidity. The stop losses residing at this low. Okay, so sorry for that break. Sorry for that break. Sorry for that break. Can you all hear me? Mr. Dane, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Mr. Dane, can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. Very loud and clear.
Okay, okay. Sorry for that break. Sorry for the break. It was due to network.
Fine, sir.
Okay. So Euro USD, the chart is still loading. Chart is still loading. Let me go to MT4. So this is Euro USD. So what do we have here on Euro USD? Let me go back to the daily. So on the daily, so yes, the then we go down to 4 hour. Let's see what the close of the daily yesterday. Okay, so this was 4 hour time. This was the last candle for yesterday. So we have what you would have done is now after the formation of this kind on for we had this resistance. We also had this earlier created. We had this resistance zone. We had this resistance zone. You can see so the resistance for yesterday market. And when price tested that zone, there was rejection on that zone. You can see the platform. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Hmm, I believe you all can hear me now. I believe you all can hear me. I'm sorry for that break. I'm sorry for that break. The network is just it's just messing up. The network is just messing up. Okay, so like I said on Euro USD, I'd love to see price pull back to this zone before going bearish. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on Euro USD. So let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. So on gold, like I told you guys, gold is still very bullish. Gold is still very bullish. Gold is still very bullish. But I would love to see gold retrace. Okay, I would love to see retracement on gold before buying it. Gold has been bullish for several months now. It's been bullish, and every sell on gold is a reversal. Every sell on gold is just a pullback. It's been bullish and it's still bullish. It's been bullish and it is still bullish. So I would love to see gold pull back to a discount area before buying. Okay, I would love to see gold pull back to a discount area or to a fair value gap. Okay, so we have this fair value gap. These are the areas I would love to join the bullish trend. Okay, these are the areas I would love to join the bullish trend on gold. Okay, first it should sweep this liquidity. If I want to buy gold, I want it to sweep this liquidity this low. After sweeping this liquidity, I will look for buy opportunity on gold. After it sweeps this liquidity, okay, I'll look for buys on gold. Right now, I can't buy gold, and I can't. If I want to take any risk on gold, it will be a sell. If I want to take any risk on gold, it will be a sell. Okay, it will be a sell. And if I want to sell, let's identify the most recent support. So price has been in a range. Okay, so I would love to see it close below this zone. This is where I would love to join the sell. If 1 hour candle closes below this zone, I'll be looking for a sell on gold. If 1 hour closes below this zone, okay, I would expect gold to sweep some liquidity, sell side liquidity before going bullish. Okay. So that's my take on gold. Gold is still bullish long term. Gold is still bullish long term. If you're going to sell gold, it's going to be a pullback trade, a counter trade. Okay. So you have to be very conservative. Okay. That's my take on gold. What other pair do you want me to analyze? What other pair do you want me to analyze? Let me know in the comment section. What other pair do you want me to analyze? Okay, so that's my take on gold. Let's look at GBPJPY. GBPJPY, I missed this long on GBPJPY. If you watch the video I dropped on Sunday, weekly market analysis, I told you guys GJ would be bullish this week. I stated it clearly that GJ will be bullish this week since we are expecting yen to be bearish. But when the market opened, there was a huge gap. It opened with a huge gap, and that is the reason I didn't buy. That is the reason I didn't buy gold. Oh, sorry, GJ. It opened with a wide gap. Last week candle closed. Last week candle closed at this point, and this week candle opened at this point. The gap was huge. So I was expecting price to retrace back. You can see it closed as 198.82 and it opened at 200.69. That's almost 200 pips. 200 pips. So I was expecting GJ to at least, when a gap is created, most times price will retrace back, the market will retrace back to fill that gap. That was my expectation. And that was the reason I sold it yesterday and I made some profit selling yesterday. And today I was also expecting that it would pull back, but it didn't. It didn't. So I've missed this buy on GJ. I have missed this buy on GJ. I've missed this buy on GJ. From yesterday to today, this is 200.69, 204. That's about 340 pips. 340 pips. And I think that is above the weekly range for GJ. So it will not be wise for one to buy when the market is trading above the weekly true range. Let me just confirm using MT4 GJ. Let's see the average true range for the week. Average true range for the week. Let's see what the average true range for the week is. Okay, so 261 pips. That's the average true range for GBP JPY, 261, and it has done over 300 and something pips, close to 400 pips, which is above the average range. So I think one should be looking for sells now. Okay, if you see a very good sell setup, then you should go for sell. And also, if you apply your stochastic indicator, I think it's overbought right now. Let's see stochastic. Stochastic, where's stochastic? Okay, it should be overbought now. You can see this is daily time frame. Daily is overbought. Weekly also. You can see the weekly also at this point. It's overbought at this point. You can see overbought. So let's go to daily. So all you need to look out for is a bearish reversal pattern. You can see on daily it's overbought. 4 hour also I think is overbought. So what you need to do is wait for, you can see 4 hour also is overbought. It's overbought. It's been overbought for some days now, for almost 24 to 48 hours. It's been overbought. So you should be looking for sells. If you see a very good bearish reversal pattern, you can risk selling GJ. You can risk selling GJ. Yes. If you have an open trade on GJ, if you had an open trade as at last Friday, if you had an open trade, immediately the market opened and there was a gap, you will be in very good profit. You'll be in good profit. Like EU and GU, I had an open trade last Friday on EU and GU, and when the market opened, it opened with a gap, so I was in a good profit. I was in good profit. Okay, so when the market opens with a gap and your trade is in that direction, you'll be in good profits. But if it goes the opposite direction, you'll be in a loss. Okay, so let's look at Euro Australian dollar. That's from Mr. Emmanuel. Euro Australian dollar, okay. Euro Australian dollar. Euro Australian dollar. Okay, Euro Australian dollar. My thought on Euro Australian dollar is buy. I actually have a buy trade on Euro Australian dollar. Okay, it is buy. Reason. First, let's apply our Fibonacci. I shared this yesterday from this swing low to this swing high. You can see that market is currently at a discount area. That's the first thing. Market's at a discount area, and at the discount area, what do we have at discount? We have this fair value gap, and this is the daily time frame. We have this fair value gap. So price has filled that gap. price has filled that gap, and you can see there's a strong rejection from that gap. You can see there's a strong rejection. You can see the pattern we have here. So if today's candle closes bullish, that will be a more confirmation for buy. That will be a more confirmation for buy if today's candle closes bullish. Okay. So what do we have here on 4 hour? So we had this inverted hammer on 4 hour time frame, and price has been bullish. After the formation of this inverted hammer, price has been bullish. We had a strong retracement. At this point, probably there was a fair value gap that was created at this point that price needed to come and fill. Let's just confirm that. Let's see on 1 hour time frame. Okay, 1 hour. Is there a fair value gap here? No fair value gap. Let's see 15 minutes. That could be the reason for the retracement. Let's see 15 minutes. So you can see on 15 minutes, we had this fair value gap here. That could be the reason, though price didn't get to this zone. It didn't come to fill this gap, but at least there was an attempt. Okay, so this fair value gap could be the reason for this retracement. You can see. Okay, so we could say for some hours now, for some days, Euro Aussie has been in a range, right? It has been in a range. Okay, so right now, like I said, if today's candle closes bullish, that will be a confirmation to buy. Okay, that will be a strong confirmation to buy. And if you want to buy it tomorrow, you could wait for price to break out from this resistance, which will be today's resistance. You could wait for 1 hour to close above this resistance for you to buy, or it has created a fair value gap here. It also want to come fill this fair value gap. So those are the areas you should be looking for buys. You can see this fair value gap is created here on 15 minutes time frame. It might also want to come and fill this fair value gap before going bullish. So it's either price breaks out from this resistance for you to buy above this resistance zone, and see this resistance zone. You could wait for price to break out, or wait for price to pull back to this fair value gap before you buy. I hope that is clear. So my bias on Euro Aussie is bullish. Buy from this zone or a breakout from this resistance zone. I hope that is clear. That's my take on Euro Australian dollar. Do you have any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Do you have any question or any pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. Samuel, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, all right. US 30, US 30. Okay, let's see US 30. US 30. Start with the weekly. I've not looked at it this week, so I need to look at the weekly time frame. Well, let me start with the monthly time frame. Let me start with the monthly because we just entered a new month. So let's start with the monthly. Okay, monthly has been bullish. It's been bullish. Monthly has been bullish. So let's go down to weekly. Weekly also has been bullish. Weekly has been bullish also. So last week was strongly bullish. So after the close of last week, what pattern do we have on daily? Let's see. After the close of last week. So this was the last candle on a daily time frame. So going by days, this is a bearish setup on the daily time frame. Okay, let's see. The 4 hour. So we had what looks like a Marubuzu here. Price dropped. We had this fair value gap here. We had this fair value gap here. Price pulled back today to fill this fair value gap, right? Price pulled back to fill this fair value gap, and we had an engulfing pattern here. So this is a bearish pattern on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is a bullish. You can see we had this fair value gap on 1-hour time frame. You can see, and price pulled back to fill that fair value gap, and there is a strong rejection from there. Created a new fair value gap here. Probably wants to fill this new fair value gap. Probably it wants to fill this one before going bearish. So that's my take. Okay, if a bearish reversal pattern forms after this gap gets filled, you could look for sales. For a breakout from this fair value gap will indicate that the buyers are still in control. Okay, but right now it should be a sell. But if price breaks out from this resistance, then you should expect more buys. You should expect more buys. So from yesterday till now, you can say it's been in a range. It has not given a clear direction. It has been in a range. It has been in a range. So it's either price pulls back to this fair value gap for you to sell, or price breaks out from this support. So okay, wait for price to break out from this support zone if you want to sell. Wait for 1-hour candle to close below this support zone, or it fills this fair value gaps and gives you a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, this is 15 minutes. You can see we still have this fair value gap here also. So this would be a very good area to consider selling this zone. Okay, this zone, because if you apply your Fibonacci on a 15 minutes time frame, if you apply your Fibonacci, you're going to take it from this swing high to this swing low, and price is currently at a discount. You want price to pull back to a premium area, and at the premium area, it's good to always identify a fair value gap at the premium area. That would be a very good area to consider selling. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Any question, let me know. Let me know. Is there any other pair? So my take on US30 is sell. I'm going to take any risk. It will be a sell from this zone or a breakout from this support tomorrow. That should be in London or New York session. I don't trade Asian session. That should be in London or New York session. Is there any other pair you want me to analyze, or you have any question? Any question on strategy, risk and money management, trading plan? If you have any question, let me know. If you're new to trading and you don't understand all these concepts I'm using for market analysis, you could get my course to learn how to trade using the max price action strategy. That is my unique trading strategy. You could get the course if you're new to trading or you're struggling to earn consistently from the market. You could get my course. Okay, you can find the link in the description section. Okay, you can find the link in the description section. GU sold last night, Asian session instead of London or New York. Why, sir? I don't have any reason for that. I don't have any reason for that move. Okay, I don't have any reason. I don't know why. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Okay. There are some things that are beyond explanation. There are some things you just can't explain. That's just the truth. So as professional traders, we always look for reasons, try to explain, give reasons for this move or that move. But sometimes you can't just, you don't have a reason. There is no reason. There's no explanation for some things that happen in the market. That's the truth. GBP Australian dollar. GBP Australian dollar. Pattern on GBP Australian dollar should be similar to Euro or C. I think they are positively correlated. GBP Australian dollar. I think they are positively correlated. Okay, so this is GBP Australian dollar. Let's start with let's see the weekly. Please, I advise if you are not an experienced trader, if you are a new trader, stick to trading the major pairs. The major pairs. Major pairs, I mean the USD pairs. Okay, stick to trading the major pairs. You just be stressing yourself trading all the pairs, because the truth is that all these pairs are either positively correlated or negatively correlated. And if you don't understand correlation, you'll be buying, and at the same time, you'll be buying two correlated pairs or two negatively correlated pairs. You'll be buying two negatively correlated pairs. So just master one or two pairs. You can make all the money you want to make in the market trading one or two pairs. Be a master of one or two pairs. Don't be a jack of all pairs. Okay, don't be a jack of all pairs. So weekly. So this is a buy setup. Last week, liquidity that was residing at this low was swept. This is a buy setup, and if you go back here also, we had this fair value gap. So last week, I think, yeah, this fair value gap got filled. You can see that. So this is a buy setup. GA is bullish. GA is bullish. Last week was used to sweep the liquidity and also fill this fair value gap. Okay, so this is a buy setup. You can only consider selling if price breaks out from this zone. Right now, it's a buy setup. So after the close of last week candle, let's see the pattern we had on daily time frame. So this is what we had on the daily time frame. Okay, so this is a buy setup. If today's candle closes bullish, it's a confirmation for more buys. Okay, it's a confirmation for more buys if today's candle closes bullish. Okay, so we have this support. It also creates a support today. So if you want to sell, you need to wait for price to break out from that support zone. So when by 4 hour, it's been ranging. You can see from this point, it has been in a range. So this is the high of the range. This is the low of the range. So you can wait for breakout. Okay, you can wait for price to break out from this resistance zone. Okay, you can wait for price to break out from this resistance. Okay, wait for a breakout from this resistance zone before you buy. So this is a bullish setup. So the first target, your first target could be this fair value gap. Okay, that could be your first target. So that's my take on GA. It's a buy. What I see here is buy. What I see here is buy. Okay, what I see here is buy. A breakout from this resistance, you could also, you can see it has created the fair value gap on 1 hour. It could also want to pull back to fill this fair value gap tomorrow before going bullish. So look for buys from this zone or a breakout from this resistance area. Any question, any question, any question? I think that will be all for tonight's session. If there are no questions, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Let me know. I appreciate every one of you for your participation. Mr. Isaiah, Mr. Joseph, the Max, Victoria, who else again? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, Mayor Venture. Appreciate you all for your participation. Any question? 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 Okay, no question. So that'll be all for tonight's session. I wish you all a wonderful night. Okay, so our next class will be tomorrow evening by 9 p.m. 9 p.m. I feel the 9 p.m. session, the evening session, is more convenient for everyone. So I stopped the morning session. I stopped that. So the classes will be holding 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 p.m. Okay. So for those in the VIP, my students, I think we'll be meeting in the morning. Okay, our session will be in London, London session maybe by 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. For those of you in the VIP, I'll give you guys updates. Okay, on what my plans are for the day. All right. Good night.